Hey guys, it's GameFace here, and welcome back to episode 10 of my Leeds United career mode. Now, today's episode, we've got this game against Burton to get through before we go into 2018. Then we've got another match as well to be playing before we go into the new year. That's going to be against Birmingham. And then to get into the new year, we've got a game against Nottingham Forest. That's going to be the first game of 2018, 1st of January as well, and that'll get us into the January transfer window. So exciting episode for today. We've got 3 league games to play. Hopefully going to get ourselves 9 points from all 3 of those games in total. Obviously, Burton the first game. Burton's going to be the team that we put out slightly weaker side to play against them because we played just a few days ago, so we are going to go a little bit weaker. Obviously, you'll have seen in today's video that we do have face cam back. That's now back permanently. I'm now back home as well. You can see by my backdrop. I've left university. I'll make a video about that very shortly to explain the reasons why, because I have decided to drop out and basically pursue this a little bit and also other things as well, which I'll explain in the video. Hopefully you guys have my back in with that, and I'm really excited to crack on and go ahead. We are going to be starting a new career mode very shortly. That's going to be Manchester City career mode. I'll explain further details of that when it starts in the next couple of days, I think is when it's going to start. So I'm excited about that. I'll also let you know what's going to happen with these the other 2 career modes, this one and the Barcelona one, which I'm currently having go on at the moment. They will be changed slightly, but I'll explain that in the next video. Before we get into today's episode though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, smash the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode. Like I said, this is the team I'm going to go with. Rufal starts in goal. We've got Pennington, Shaughnessy, Cooper, both with Jackson defence. Quite a weak defence, but O'Kane and Phillips in front of that, with Sacco, Roof and Dallas as our 3 centre attacking mids, with Trubisky starting up front there for us. So quite a heavily changed team. Like I say, we played a few days ago, so we're going to have to try and cope with a changed side against Burton. Obviously, Burton not the strongest of teams, but still we're going to challenge us, especially when we have such a weak side out. Let's see how we get on though in this game. Okay, then here we go. Excited for this game. Excited to be back with Facecam and going to hopefully try and get ourselves some great results in this game. It's obviously been a little bit different, I'm sure, for you guys to watch these videos without Facecam. It's been a little bit different for me to record them as well. Much prefer doing Facecam when I can, but obviously it hasn't been quite the same, the recording sort of setup at uni as it is at home, basically. So we're back with that now. I'm looking forward to doing that in today's video against Burton to kick things off, who have actually started off pretty well getting the ball forward here. Already for this game, it's definitely the defence. We're very weak defence. Pennington playing at right back for us, and we'll have to wait and see how we cope with their attack. Got ourselves a corner here. Roof is going to deliver. It's into the front post. Oh, it's a good connection. It's a goal. It's 1-0. Don't know who's got on the end of it, but it's a fantastic set piece there. We've managed to somehow get it in, and it's been nodded on by Stuart Dallas, of all people, at the front post. Wasn't supposed to find the front post like that. Supposed to go a little bit wide around the penalty spot like I usually tend to aim for, but it's Stuart Dallas who makes his way to the front of the goal, just nods it in past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. Look at this for a run. Just gets there in front of the defender. I don't know how he's managed to do it, but it's right in front of the keeper, who doesn't come out and try and deal with it himself, stays on his line, can't deal with the header, winning the game 1-0. Really good start to the match, really good set piece actually. Don't often score straight from corners like that. Chance here, Mason getting in behind. Mason, oh, hits the post. And it's all come from, I think, a poor pass out from defence, trying to play it out from defence and it not working there. And I think Burton capitalised on it, were able to get through. Maybe should have done a little bit better there, but just hit the post, get away with that one. Could have been on level terms just a few minutes after we scored our opening goal. Such a good chance for Burton, and luckily for us, managed to ride that wave and still remains 1-0. Sacco, go on, hit that first time. Hits it really well, but just in the wrong direction, I think, there from Sacco. Trubisky, oh, to Stuart Dallas, he's got another chance to shoot and score. This time his left foot wasn't quite what I was after. I was after a right-footed shot there, try and get a finesse if he could cut inside. Didn't quite pan out, to be honest, and in the end doesn't come to anything, but still a chance. Looking good going forward here, Trubisky. We're trying to look for Sacco, he turns, shoots and scores. What a finish that is, by the way. It's 2-0, 30 minutes in. Sacco doubles the scoreline, and to be fair, I think it's completely deserved. We've played really, really well. We've attacked fantastically. Okay, Burton have 1 or 2 chances themselves. Overall, though, we've been the better team. We deserve to find ourselves 2 goals in front here. Brilliant little turn from Sacco. Roof just trying to carry the ball centrally into Trubisky. Just manages to find Sacco somehow with that pass. Turns, shoots straight away, scores. 2-0, really happy with that. And that's 6 goals for Sacco this season in the league. That's a really good return from him. Considering he doesn't start every game, 6 goals, can't really argue too much with that. I think Lazoga, who's our top goal scorer, is on 10. So it tells you a lot that Sacco's on 6 in the league, which is pretty good. Trubisky. Now over to Sacco. Sacco's going to look for a cross into the middle. Dallas is offside, but connected with the header, and it's actually a good header across, I think. Like I say, offside. Just a minute before half-time now. Looking so strong still. Look for a 3rd goal, though, of course, just to give us a little bit more breathing space, if possible. Roof now going to hit this one from range. Oh, doesn't quite make its way on target. But again, was looking to challenge the goalkeeper. Still rates 2-0, and so far had 7 shots in this game. Trubisky, maybe I'm going to have an 8th. Oh, hits the bar. Roofield try and follow up, but actually heads away there by the Burton player. It's going to be Calvin Phillips from range as well. He'll have a go, and he hits, I think, wide or over the bar. It's difficult to tell so quick, but again, could have had a third one. Such a good opportunity for us. Doesn't quite get converted, and still remains 2-0. That's it for the first half. Still in the game 2-0. Obviously, fantastic position to get ourselves a clean sheet at the moment and the 2 goals. Still want a third goal though, which we probably should have had by now, to be honest. Plenty of chances. On the other hand, Burton could have had a goal themselves. I think they've had 1 shot, but certainly could have been a goal, hit the post with it, and probably should have done a little bit better. So when they go forward, they do look good. It's just they haven't been going forward that often, and they've made it fairly comfortable for us for most of that half. Okay, first 2 changes, 25 minutes to go. Click and Gomez to come on. Those guys not getting much game time recently. Gomez just coming into the side a little bit more and deserves more game time, I think. So he comes on. We'll take off Sacco and Stuart Dallas. Those guys getting a bit of a rest. Roof will go on to the right-hand side. And the final change might well be Grot, to be honest. But we'll wait and see exactly what we need. We'll just go on for another sort of 10 minutes or so and then decide on the third substitute. Trubisky, through to Gomez. Go on, Gomez scores. Completely accidental ball through, but it's found Gomez anyway. It wasn't supposed to. Supposed to be the guy that was on our right there, but it does find Gomez. Fantastic ball, by the way, through the defence. Just finds him perfectly, and he scores on his right foot. You can just see there, I think it's Trubisky, should just play the pass to Click, I think it is, but finds his way to Gomez anyway, and we'll take that quite happily. He's in a fantastic position, and if the pass gets there, it gets there, doesn't it? So, really happy with that. Gomez gets himself on the score sheet. I think it might be the first time that he's scored for us. He's certainly had a couple of good chances at times in the previous games that he's played, but doesn't actually look a threat, to be fair. When he plays that left-hand side, left-footed play there, with a bit of pace, always looks pretty decent, so very impressed with him, and probably get a bit more game time soon as well. Final change, Grot will come on. We'll bring off Borthwick Jackson. We'll go put Calvin Phillips to play as a left back. Obviously, it's for the final 15 minutes. It doesn't really matter. Click will drop back and play alongside O'Kane. But just noticed that Borthwick Jackson getting very tired, so we're just going to quickly change that round. Like I say, Calvin Phillips will go play left back. He's capable of doing that, so we'll go with it. In fact, it's almost tempting to put Cooper at left back, but I think we'll just stick with it there. He's more out the way on the left-hand side than he will be at centre back. Roof. Now look at that ball through there. Trubisky's made the run. Trubisky going to look to make it 4. Can he shoot and score? No, the finish is really disappointing, actually. Should do better than that. It's a finesse shot that doesn't find the top corner. Doesn't have enough power behind it either. He's sort of aiming for there, but he's gone a little bit too close to the keeper in the end. Doesn't really find the corner at all, and it's made it way too easy. It's a corner now. Cooper looking to connect with it. Headed away. Disappointing. Should have made that 4, really. Grot halted up for Trubisky. Another chance for him to run through. Trubisky, can he get the finish right this time? Go on, yes he does. That's 4-0. Happily take that. Got ourselves the 4th goal eventually. It's brilliant hold-up play from Grot, but I think I have to compliment again Trubisky for that run from deep. And that's why I start playing with centre attacking mid occasionally, because he makes those sort of runs. He's an attacker, he wants to score goals. He always looks for that run, and I've seen it many, many times before. And he's got himself a good few chances from that position already. He's only been playing there about 5 or 10 minutes. But he's got himself a goal there as well. Could have maybe had 2 with that one slightly earlier on, but this time the finish is so much better. Look at that, makes no mistake of it. It's 4-0, and that puts the game well and truly to bed there with just about 4 minutes to go. That's it. 4-0 victory, really, really happy with that. Got ourselves 3 points, and it's a sort of result that you should be expecting against Burton. I know it's obviously with a changed team, and you know that was always going to make things really difficult, but we actually played really, really well together as a team. Defence wasn't didn't particularly struggle throughout the game. Don't think they were particularly challenged by the Burton attack for most of it. Okay, there were maybe a little bit in the first half, they had 1 or 2 chances, but other than that, it was complete domination from us and made it a really easy win in the end. 2 shots from Burton, but 15 from us, 6 on target. Also got to bear in mind, I think sort of 6 or 7 of those shots were from Trubisky, so he has a fantastic game, 9.5 rating, quite deserved of that as well, played fantastically, and got ourselves 3 points, which is of course the most important thing. And that victory leaves us 12 points in front of Sheffield Wednesday. We're in 2nd place, obviously a fantastic position to be in. Game against Birmingham City now coming up, and hopefully get ourselves another 3 points just before we get into the new year. Youth player wants out, that's Aidan Clark. We'll take a look at the youth academy, we'll see how we're getting on over there. I think we're doing okay, actually we've got a couple of decent players, not loads though if I remember correctly. So he wants to leave 80 to 88 potential, 42 overall currently, 17 years old, left-footed. He's one of the sort of players that look okay, but 5'5" isn't great really for that sort of position. I think you also physically have to be the right build to play that sort of position, but I think what we'll do is we'll promote him. I think we'll promote him. We'll give him a chance. I think he's worth it. I'm not going to not promote him just for the fact that he's 5'5". We're going to see what his ability's like, and that's obviously very important to us as well. So we'll do that. He's joined the team. We'll get on the game against Birmingham City, change around the side a little bit before we go into the new year. So as this game now against Birmingham City, this is the team I'm going to go with. Obviously a very strong side. The usual sort of players out here, to be honest. Reval starting in goal. We've got Ayling, Janssen, Flint, and Barani in defence. And from that we've got Vieira and Anita, Alioski, Sayers and Hernandez just in behind Lazoga, who starts up front. This bench I've gone with Cooper, Phillips, OK, Roof, Sacco, Gomez and Jabitsky. Obviously loads of changes. Most of those guys on the bench there are being picked based on form. So Gomez gets on there based on the fact that he's playing well. Stu Dallas just misses out. Probably a little bit harsh on him. Scored a goal in the last game and actually performed OK. But just misses out in this game, and I'm sure will feature in some capacity in the next match. Let's crack on this game against Birmingham City. See whereabouts they are in the league. First of all, they're 19th. 24 points, we're miles in ahead. We've got more than double the amount of points than them. But nothing is guaranteed, so we've got to go out there, got to make sure we perform as well as we did in the last game. Take our chances, hopefully get ourselves 3 points again. Okay, then here we go for this game against Birmingham City. Obviously got the big guns back now in the team. Obviously that last game didn't really show that we had a weaker side out. We played so well, we've got a great performance as well as a great result. But now we have the better overall players in the side and our starters all on the team. We should hopefully get ourselves a good performance and a good result here as well against Birmingham City. Hopefully get ourselves a clean sheet like we did in the last game too. Pablo Hernandez, look for that pass over to Alioski. Oh, such a good pass as well. Just couldn't quite bring it down. Could Alioski head away? Lazoga now waiting for the runner. He's going to find it. Sayers going to try and come inside. Into Lazoga. Oh, lovely 1-2 and it's 1-0. We'll take that. Lazoga with the goal. Just 8 minutes into this game in front of Birmingham City already. And Lazoga finds the back of the net. And he's our leading top goal scorer for a reason. You can see the way he finishes that one fantastically. Just look at this little bit of interchange there between Lazoga and Sayers. Just plays the pass forward, gets himself into the box. Sayers knows where he's going to be and finishes it off on his left foot into the top left-hand corner, winning the game 1-0. What a start to this game. 11 goals in the Championship so far this season, and that is why he is our top goal scorer. He's assisted a lot as well. Be interested to see what his assist stats are like because he's always holding the ball for us. Lazoga flicks it over to Pablo Hernandez, brings it down, shoots on his left foot, save, Lazoga to finish, no, blocked by the defender, so close, thought it was going to be the second one for Lazoga and for us as well, but to be fair, defender gets in front of it, stops it well, out for a corner, it's going to be Sayers there to deliver. What's the delivery going to be like? Pablo Hernandez in there of all people, but headed away as far as Pontus Jansson to put it back over to Sayers to put back into the middle, Flint's in there and went for the volley. I mean, he's 6'6", probably could have gone for the header, but went with his feet and didn't manage to connect anyway. Chance here for Birmingham City. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. It was a bad challenge from Flint. Luckily, wasn't given us a penalty because the shot was already being taken. That was a close one. Could have been given there, to be honest. A very harsh challenge, and I think we got away with that one. Sayers waiting for that run there. Alioski makes a run and shoots and hits the post. Oh, so close. Could have added a second. Was still in there as well, but so close to a second goal, so close to doubling our lead. Didn't quite happen. Alioski makes a great run. Fantastic pass as well to find him. And it was so close to that second goal we really need to just get ourselves a little bit further in front. 5 minutes left of the first half. Oh, chance here. Oh, how have they got an equaliser? In the 45th minute, we've dominated them. Could be 3-0 up at this point. But Adams has got themselves an equalising goal on the stroke of half-time. Really frustrating one, tough one to take is that because we've deserved to be well in front here, just haven't taken the chances, haven't had a little bit of luck there in the final third, and it did remain 1-0, and obviously, and at that point they've had one chance and they've scored it through Adams. Keeper I think should do better, it's at his front post, should do much better than that I think. Reval should get to it, but they score and it's now 1-1. That's very frustrating, just as we're going into half-time as well. I was hoping to keep it at 1-0, if not add to it. And it doesn't seem like that's going to happen now. So yeah, half-time, 1-1. Let's crack on straight away to the second half. Hopefully get ourselves back in front. Into final sort of 20-25 minutes, and at the moment it still remains 1-1. Have to look to the bench, I think, in a second to try and make some changes to influence this game a little bit. Starting to get to the point where we're not creating as much as we were before, and that's obviously got to be improved. Go on, flick it over to Lazoga. Oh, tried to get there and shoot. And he's gone down injured instead on his left foot there. It did seem like he was stretching a little bit, tried to get to it, couldn't quite do it. And he's gone down injured, hopefully not too bad, hopefully okay to continue. let's make some changes. Yeah, so we're not going to take him off. We'll keep him on, I think, and we'll go with Trubisky, Sacco, and Roof to come on. We'll take off Sayers, Hernandez, and Alioski. Those are the three players I tend to take off a lot, to be honest, and it's because they're obviously very influential in the game, and they have to do a lot of running as well in that position. So they get tired. They also, like I say, are very influential in the match. So those positions in general, I think, have to be rotated a little bit to try and have more of an influence on the game. So that's why I've made those changes, bring on a bit more pace through Sacco and Roof as well. So we'll wait and see how that benefits the team. Hopefully Trubisky can do some little runs through like we saw in the last game and get some goals for us as well. That'd be quite nice. Lazoga trying to turn, going to try and shoot on this left-hand side, blocked. It's Anita. Oh, to Sacco to shoot, and skies it. Should do better. Got to keep that down there. 6 minutes left of this game. Still remains 1-1. We're looking at the more likely team to score, but whether we will score, I'm not so sure, to be honest. Lazoga onto Trubisky. Trubisky now to Lazoga. Could this be it? Lazoga! Oh no, the shot's terrible. Oh, such an easy save for the keeper. Got to make the keeper work a little bit more. Although we've had loads of chances, we should be miles in front, but we've just not taken them in this game. Vieira into Anita, maybe still a final chance if we can create something here, but really being completely penned in by their defence. That's it, finishes 1-1, dropped 2 points there, and got ourselves a draw against Birmingham City. Frustrating, of course, should beat them. We've had loads of chances, too many to count, really, but just none of them taken, not enough of them taken anyway. The first goal obviously came 8 minutes in. We started off really well, but to only have 4 shots on target out of 12 is clearly not good enough, and again, kind of slipped up. It happens a lot, we're a little bit inconsistent at times. I think it's positive in some ways that it makes the results look more realistic, the league table and the amount of points tally that we have a little more realistic, but obviously from a performance and scoreline sort of front, we're not very happy with that. We should obviously be much better, and sadly haven't managed to do that. On some more play drills before we get on to the final game of today's episode. Same players again, and hopefully get a little bit more progress out of them this week. A few attributes going up, no change in overall. Grog gets a little bit closer to 74 overall. Still trying to train him up though. He needs to be a little bit better, I think, in games still. There's a few things he has to work on. Okay, let's take a look at some emails that we have. Jack McKay has left the club. I think that's after the fee was agreed during the in between the two windows that we've had. So he leaves officially now. We're obviously into the transfer window, which is obviously good. Gives us a chance to strengthen the team if necessary. Not so sure whether we will have plans to in today's episode. Probably not in today's episode, to be honest. So you've still got a chance to leave your suggestions in the comment section below, and then we can obviously sort something out in the next episode. Let's change on the team now, going into this game against Nottingham Forest. Obviously a little bit of history between these two sides, and we'll have to wait and see how we get on against them. Hopefully going to bounce back from a draw in the last game we played. Let's change around the team. Going to be quite a changed side as well, given the fact that the previous team we put out was pretty strong. Okay, this is the team that I'm going to go with. Not as many changes as maybe you'd expect. Obviously, a disappointing game a few days ago, which we're going to try and bounce back from. But we've also got a game, I think, in the Cup against Wolves as our next match after this. And to be honest, I'll make loads of changes for that, obviously, with the Cup team. So we are going to keep with a lot of the starting players for this game. Rival starting goal, got Ayling, Janssen, Flint and Baradi again in defence. In front of that, Calvin Phillips and Danita, Sacco, Sayers and Dallas, and then Trubisky up front. So there's obviously some players that played a few days ago. There's a couple of changes in there as well, just to try and freshen things up. A little bit risky, obviously, to go with so many tired players, but we're going to do it anyway, see what happens, and we will go with a heavily changed bench as well. You can see the bench I've gone with there. Ep10 getting on there. Maybe he'll get a game. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see exactly what this team will bring for us. Hopefully get ourselves more goals than what we got in the last game, though. Okay, then here we go for this game against Nottingham Forest. Let's wait and see how he gets on. Obviously, don't usually play with players that are so tired, like we've got with some of these guys in this game, so that could be interesting for us. Obviously, they'll have to all be rested, those guys, for the next game against Wolves in the Cup. I'm sure they'll be far too tired to play in all three of these games. So we'll have to wait and see anyway, but we'll wait and find out what sort of performance we get from these guys as well, and hopefully get ourselves 3 points. Bounce back from the disappointing result, I suppose you could say, in the last game. Looking quick so far, passing it around well, and scoring. Nottingham Forest go 1-0 up, 5 minutes in, not a good start from us. Just too quick for us, couldn't keep up with them, pass it around so well, pinging it around. Don't know how realistic this sort of passing is, but don't get tight enough to the players there. I think Flint loses out on Dal Murphy and just turns him to scores too easy, and we've allowed him his first goal of the season. That tells you something in terms of his form as well. Not being great for Nottingham Forest this season, but our defending was that bad and allowed him to score. No, it's 2-0. 2 shots, 2 goals. It's Clough this time that gets the goal, and it's 2-0, 27 minutes in. Obviously not what we were hoping for as a starting point in this game. Inside 30 minutes, 2-0 down. Good hold-up play, can't deal with it. Should really get that, prevent that pass from going through. Doesn't happen, and it's off the post in. Good strike, keep can't get there. 2-0. Frustrating, because like I say, Nottingham Forest only had 2 chances and they've scored them, so yeah, a bit disappointed with that, and again we're going to have to try and fight back from this game. Sayers, look for a little chip through to Jabitsky, tries to bring it down, and does, and shoots, and it's wide. Unfortunate, difficult one to bring down. Oh, come on! It's got to be a card, surely. He broke his legs. At least a yellow, there we go. Go on, let's lay this one off to Pontus Jansson. He's done it before. Can he do it again, Jansson? Oh, not quite. Really driving it from that sort of range, but driving it over the bar this time. Half-time, losing the game 2-0. Haven't said that too many times, if at all, I don't think, so far in this career mode. Not been a good first half in terms of the scoreline. In terms of performance, though, it's been okay. Not got the ball at the pitch enough. I think players have been standing a little bit too close to each other, being too packed in there. Might look to change the formation a little bit, so not so rigid, and so we can move a little bit further out wide. So we are going to go with that. We'll go with the wide version of this formation, and I think we might also make a change or two as well. Sayers will come off. We're going to bring on Roof playing behind Jabitsky, and we'll see how that goes. Jabitsky could well drop back into centre attacking mid, and maybe we'll bring on someone like Ep10 or Grot to go up front. We'll have to wait and see, but for now we'll do that. Sayers getting a bit of a rest. Not that he's played terribly, he hasn't. He's been involved a little bit, but just struggling a little bit for pace, and I want to try and stretch the team a little bit in the second half. We'll make it difficult for ourselves though, currently 2-0 down. Second half's going to be very tough. We're going to need a really good performance to be able to claw any sort of points back. Dallas coming inside on his right foot. Oh, looks to get a shot away. Might fall to Jabitsky, still gets blocked. Sacco to shoot. And I think it goes through the goalkeeper's legs because it's gone in. It's 2-1. Back in this game now and got ourselves a goal to claw one back. And now starting to get ourselves a little bit closer to Nottingham Forest with that scoreline. Look at that for a run. What a run from Stuart Dallas. He just plays it onto him. Okay, rebounds from a shot, but that is so lucky is that from it going through the goalkeeper's legs. Hits it well to Sacco, but got to be better. Look at that. Pathetic keeping. May as well not have been there, to be honest. Terrible from the goalkeeper. But makes it 2-1. Back into this game a little bit now. Got to try and get ourselves on level terms, though. No chance for Clough. He's gone through. 3-1. Clough's restored the 2-goal advantage, and Nottingham Forest are 3-1 in front. Just stepped it too far there, committed ourselves there too much with the players, and they've outpassed us again. It's 3-1, restored the 2-goal lead, and that is not what we wanted to happen. Again, it feels really undeserved though, again, because it doesn't feel like Nottingham Forest are having that many chances. They're really not. They're going forward and just scoring. They're going forward like once or twice, and they manage just to take the chances, and that's really frustrating for us because we seem like we're in their half much more than they're in ours. And they just seem to take the chances. Okay, final 2 changes. Ep10 and Gomez to come on. We'll take off Sacco and Stuart Dallas. Nothing to lose really now. We'll put Jabitsky as centre attacking mid, Roof on the right hand side. And yeah, 25 minutes to go. So like I say, it's going to be very tough to get 2 goals in 25 minutes. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously substitutes can do a lot of things for you, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's going to be too little too late. Calvin Phillips into Jabitsky. Waiting to try and create something. Cuts it back to Calvin Phillips. A chance! Oh, what a save. Really good opportunity for Calvin Phillips. Could have scored there, but keeper prevents it from going in the back of the net. Gomez keeps the attack alive, so does Flint. Into Ayling. Come on, Ayling. Into Ep10, who's going to try and turn and shoot. Oh, good curl on it, but it's wide. Another chance to Nottingham Forest to shoot, and this time wide. 8 minutes to go. Obviously looks like we've lost this game now, which is frustrating, but yeah, we'll have to obviously learn from it going into other games. I think I've just put it down to how clinical Nottingham Forest have been. The passing's been great as well when they've been on the ball. They haven't been on the ball, doesn't feel like that much, but yeah, they've just been so good with the passes. They've chosen them very wisely. They've kept it very quick in that position. We just struggled to be able to cope with it. Maybe it's down to the tired players that I fielded, but to be honest, I haven't felt the tiredness in the players, so I can't really put it down to that. But yeah, just a few things that don't really seem to have gone very well for us in this game. Another good bit of play, this time wide again. Nottingham Forest pulling us apart there towards the end of the last 5 minutes, and it's all kind of stemmed from us not playing out from the back properly, not having the right options in midfield as well to collect the ball from the defenders, and yeah, a lot of different issues there for us to try and sort out in the next episode. 12 shots, 5 on target for us. They had 11 shots, 3 on target, 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Tells you a lot really about their performance and how clinical they've been. Frustrating for us because yeah, it's a disappointing result. It's been a strange episode because obviously the first game got ourselves really good result, really good performance, 4-0 victory against Burton, then a draw which is a little bit shaky, should have done better, should have got ourselves a win, and that last game we just weren't good enough, simple as that, and lost. So mixture of points, obviously mixture of points that we got from each of those games, mixture of performances as well along the way. 4 points for a possible 8, which is disappointing. Less than half as well is not good enough. And hopefully bounce back in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys like the fact that Facecam is back, and I'm really happy to see it back as well. I think it's much better for the videos. Hopefully you guys agree. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. Let's try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting. And like I said, the Manchester City round will be starting very, very shortly, so look out for that when it does begin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.